Hello, Anton. Hello, Demis. Hi, everyone. It seems everything works correctly. Probably it will be a little more delay on PeerTube, but it seems everything is okay. Oops. Nice, let's start. I had some notes, so it will be a little more structured than just plain live stream without an agenda. First of all, for people who are not very familiar with me and what we are doing here, I'm Andrew Tropin and I'm free and open source software developer. Probably you most likely can know me as an author of Guix Home and RD projects, and maybe for some streams or talks about emacs, guix, and RD. And I'm a free software developer for almost 3 years now. I was able to do it because I did some work on software system for hospices. I led the development of EMR, and I did some savings and could live with those savings for 7, maybe 10 years. Unfortunately, my expenses raised because of forced migration, and also some of the savings was blocked on my accounts, and they're not available to me anymore. But I still have enough money to survive for at least few months, or maybe a little more. And I decided to try to build some ethical business that will be that will make it possible to continue a work on free software. And the reason I don't want to be just an employee, of course, I don't find such a job fulfilling. Maybe I didn't met a cool project and there's possibility to find a meaningful job in IT, but from my experience, it's not that interesting. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I didn't have relevant experience, but still, I decided to try to find a way to make money which will support my hobby and almost full-time work on free and open source software. I don't have an exact plan, and also I want to lower your expectations. I'm not a professional actor or narrator or streamer or even business guru, not even a native English speaker. And probably most of my live streams will be not very structured because I won't have time to prepare them. So I will be doing my usual stuff, like some development, project management, code review, and other things. So I don't know how fun it will be to watch it, so don't expect too much from it. But at least you will be able to come from time to time and track the progress of what is happening with me and the projects we're working on. Gorilla says your English is improving, so no worries. In the end, you will get there with enough practice. Thank you very much, Gorilla. Okay, and why streaming? Why you not just go and do all the necessary things and make FOSS for living and so on? First of all, I actually like streaming. It's nice to interact with people. I don't have too much practice. I streamed for probably a year and a half or 2 years, once in a month or 2 times in a month. It's not much, but it's already something, and I have understanding that I like it. Also, having streams, recording of the streams and talks helps to meet new people and to find new opportunities. And actually, I watch a channel where some guy is doing videos almost every day about how they work in the small computer repair center. And it's actually very interesting to see how they develop their business, how they interact with the customers, and so on. And it's also very interesting to see how people who watching his videos comes and help him. For example, he moved to St. Petersburg to open another computer repair center here, and there were a lot of help from people around the city and actually around the country who helped him to do so. So it's always nice to build such a cool community, I guess, and to see how people come and interact with you in real life. Also, it's a little scary to state your intentions sometimes. It's hard to say girl that you like her, or it's hard to say that you want to make a FOSS business or something else. And streaming actually makes it easier to state your intentions and let people know about it. So you won't be, thinking that someone doesn't understand you or doesn't want to help you, because in most cases it's not about the people, it's about you. You didn't say something, you didn't make it clear what you want, and people just don't do what you expect from them because they don't even realize that you need something. And talking out loud actually helps to make people aware, make people around you aware of what your thoughts, what your intentions, what your goals. And in most cases, they are really willing to help you. And it's also very cool. And I don't know, it comes with experience. And it's not really easy sometimes to say something out loud to make people know, but it's really helpful in the life in general, and probably in building something hard too. Okay, another reason is discipline and focus. When you do streams every day, and I have a plan to do it for 30 days at least, every working day. It motivates you and a little forces you to do something that makes you nearer, closer to your goal, and not to spend this time, laying on the couch and watching YouTube or TV or something else. So it gives you some external motivation and make you a little more disciplined and focused. Of course, talking on the streams is not easy, but it's a really good language practice, and it's important, especially for building projects and business, because you need to interact with the people, and in most cases it will be English, I guess. So the practice of the language is really important. Unfortunately, I didn't have too much practice lately. I did it only on the streams and sometimes on the streets here in Tbilisi, but not much. Last but not least, I don't want to care too much about what people will think, because you always want to be cool. You want people to think that you're a god in something and so on. But actually, we are not perfect. Not any of us is perfect. And hiding those imperfections, trying to be very cool on the public, but average in the daily life, puts a lot of stress. Actually, it makes it harder for you to develop and to be actually cooler, because you spend a lot of time and energy on proving that you are cool instead of making yourself cooler. So streams don't give you a chance to be absolutely perfect. You can't edit your stream. It's a life. You have to improvise. You have to make mistakes. You have to be, you, and that's very cool. I think it gives you opportunity to grow. Okay. That's about the story behind the stream and the series of stream, and the reasons why we do streams at all. What we have, to build a business, probably we need something. We already have a community, actually a few communities. RD project community, guix project community is tightly related to RD, or vice versa. RD is tightly related to the guix and guix community. We have a Mastodon, a lot of nice and interesting people here, and community on PeerTube and YouTube. I'm not very active in managing communities. I have very small IRC channel on Libera. Actually, come and join, because most of the discussions happens on mailing list or IRC chat. I would say this is primary communication platforms for RD project, and that is why I encourage you to join IRC channel on Libera. Ray asks, hey Andrew, can I install RD on old NVIDIA Acer laptop? I guess yes. It's very likely that you can. Maybe you will need a special drivers for NVIDIA. I don't know proprietary or not, but it's definitely possible. Will it be harder? Maybe, or maybe not. Maybe it will be usual. Maybe you will need some additional steps to make the installation happen. You can try, and if you got stuck, drop a message on RD Discuss or join IRC channel and share your logs and the problems that you encountered. Or maybe even come on some live stream. Maybe we will try to solve it live, but it's more unlikely. Better to do it in asynchronous way on mailing list or IRC channel. Okay, the community is actually important part, because to build something you need to communicate with people usually, and it's almost impossible to build it yourself. And I think we already have a good starting point here. We have quite a lot of people involved in those projects. People with different backgrounds, from science, from IT companies, and from other free and open source software projects. So it's quite cool to have a good community. We also have expertise. Actually, I have expertise in guix, RD, guile, Clojure, development processes, software architecture, and DevOps. So I have some knowledge and experience in how build software systems, how make them scalable, reliable, how to set up infrastructure for them, and how to set up a development process to make such software system grow. And I have a good relationships with my friends, colleagues, ex-colleagues, and having a community and those good relationships, I think it will be easier to find some opportunities, some projects, or maybe some people who will be involved in the development. So, communication is a key to do something great, I think. Also, it's not the only thing that we have. We have not only expertise, not only community, but much more, I think. But I don't know what we actually need, but we already have a good foundation, so I think we will be able to achieve something cool. Let's get to another question. Why PeerTube? I have around 1,500 subscribers on YouTube, and it's already some some good amount of people who enjoying what I do. The problem with YouTube is there's actually a few problems with YouTube. It has some cons and pros, and one of the cool things about YouTube, it has a relatively good tools for streaming and for making video content. And it works, you can actually stream on it, and it's sometimes even easy and nice experience, but the platform is not very ethical. It sells data, it tracks you, it launches a lot of JavaScript on your end without your consent. at least explicit consents. It's hard to interact with this platform programmatically. It's hard to write a chatbot. It's hard to upload videos in automatic ways and so on. And it's almost impossible to extend it. You can't change look and feel. You can change functionality. And almost in all those areas, PeerTube is better. It's ethical, it's explorable, it has documentation, API. It's relatively easy to integrate with it. It's extensible. You can actually get a PeerTube code, change it, compile, and set up your own instance, which adjusted to your needs. So it's better for streamers. Like you can extend it to your needs and adjust it to your needs. It's better for users. It's more ethical. It's more resource friendly. So I would like to completely switch to PeerTube someday, but for now I will keep restreaming on both PeerTube and YouTube, so everyone can join the streams. Maybe later I will disable a chat on YouTube, so it will be primary on PeerTube, but we'll still restream the video content on YouTube as well. Demis says that running RD on old workstation is almost the same as running it on current hardware. So with it's always hard to pronounce this name, no drivers. Nothing special needed to use RD with them. Okay. I shared my thoughts on why PeerTube. I have a conclusion here, and between this question and conclusion, I have a stream improvement sections. Actually, why we started our series about free and open source business, about talking about PeerTube and streaming. I think it's nice to share the journey and to make people aware of what is happening and how it's happening. So it's also nice to have a good streaming setup. So I expect the next few streams will be somehow related to improving streaming and blogging setup. And one thing that we can do right now, we can try to make a chat overlay. So messages that appears in IRC will be also visible on top of video. It pronounced Nuvo. Okay, much easier. Unvox says, good luck on your journey. Thank you very much, Unvox. Okay, let's try to do a chat overlay. What we can do here? We can set up a very small IRC client, Probably it's called II. Yeah, it is II, which will be logging RC channel to some file. And we can read from this file and add this file as output to OBS. Let's try to do it. First of all, we need a shell where II is available, and it accepts a few arguments. What we are interested is host, nickname, and RC directory. By default, it will be RC, I guess. But let's do something like cache RC. Very good. We have our RC connected to the server, and we see that in cache RC we have a folder named RC libera.chat, and here in this folder we have in and out. Out is probably output of RC client, and in is a pipe where we can write our commands. For example, we can echo RC libera.chat. What we can write here, join like this, and let's see, chat logger has joined. Very nice. In my IRC client I don't have part and joined messages displayed, because sometimes they make it too much noisy to follow channels with a lot of joins and leaves. So okay, our IRC client joined the channel, and now probably some other directories will appear here. Yeah, we see that Tropin channel also has out and in files. Let's see what is inside out file. And we see that it gives us messages, so we can display those messages inside our OBS, so they're visible for everyone. The only thing that I would like to do is remove timestamps at the beginning of each message. I will do it by using a small regular expression. Oops, like this one. Okay. Okay, now it works. We removed timestamps, and now we also need to make sure that it fits the screen. Fold. Okay, now you see that it wraps lines. Very good. What else we need to do? We need to write it to some file or pipe. Make FIFO. Let's call it chat log. And let's do something like this. Okay, now we have chat log. We can add it to OBS. Like text input. And file will be browse. That OBS is down, and now I restarted it and it should be fine. Let me check. Okay, it works on PeerTube, and it seems it works on YouTube. Cool. For some reason it shows 34 minutes out of 1 hour 34 minutes. Don't know why. I restarted the stream, so maybe it is the reason why it's now live, because for some reason OBS not responding. I don't know why. Maybe because I added IRC chat, which is reading from pipe. Maybe just not very stable. Actually, we need to update OBS package in guix, I guess, because it's quite old, and I already experienced a few times when it's just segfaulted. What we were doing here, we were trying to parse the logs from IRC channel and get it displayed in OBS. Hey David, I had quite a good introduction, and I said that probably most of the streams won't be very fun to watch because I will be doing my usual things. We discussed why we are streaming at all and what's the story behind this stream series, the idea of this stream series, what we already have to make it happen, why PeerTube. And after that, I decided to do some actual work and to make a small stream improvement to add a chat overlay on top of video stream. So every chat message is displayed on the video as well. PeerTube lacks some functionality. For example, I can't put labels on the timeline as I can do on YouTube. So it's a little harder to navigate inside long videos. But most of the functionality is already available here and much more extensible than in YouTube. You have a clean documented API. You can actually deploy your own PeerTube instance which is customized to your needs. So it's more future-proof, I guess. Yeah, this is one of the reasons I don't want to rely on YouTube, because it's really hard to integrate with it. The things like getting out of API tokens and many similar problems makes it harder to rely on YouTube for streaming. Okay, let's get back and try to get our logs from IRC. I guess I can do something like this. Oh, very nice. Because the problem was that the out file is actually a pipe, and we can cut it. Actually, we cut it once, and now the content went to chat log, so now it's empty, isn't it? No, it's not. How to stream the content from one pipe to another. Hi, Eliphas. I'm alright, I would say. The weather is good, the mood is good. Everything is good, almost everything. Okay, OBS went down one more time. Okay. Yeah, very cool. Not very cool actually that OBS is still crashing. I think we need to update OBS to later version in guix. So probably it will be a more stable revision and won't crash that much. And don't know. Maybe I need to run it with extensive log to see where it crashes and why. Maybe it's because of WL ROBS plugin. Maybe something else. David says that he uses OBS from Flatpak. This is another option, but I think that we can just pick a more stable revision of OBS and try to use it. Oh, actually, yes. Maybe my problem is related to Wayland and to the plugin that I use to share my screen. Maybe I need to share the source from Pipewire, which is another option, and which is possible. Let's see. I think that I will experiment after the stream, not to bother you with so much restarts. The question was, would it be better to just write a simple IRC bot that sits in the channel and writes out anything that is posted in the channel? And another similar question from Unbox. is, would it be easier to write a simple guile program? Yes, maybe, because it's not very user-friendly interface in Unix and Unix-like operating system, and it's hard to manipulate files actually. Not the best building block. You know, I have already a pipe which has all the necessary information written in, and now I need to take the content of this pipe and write it down to the file. It should be not that hard. I can do this trick. I can just append from time to time, like this. So tmp-log can... Okay, it crashed again. Every time, almost every time, I switch from one workspace to another, it crashes OBS. Not very cool. Cache irc tmp-log. Okay. Very good. Let's adjust the size. And change the color. Don't know which color will be good. Let's take a black one for now. Whoa, it's gradient. Okay. How it looks. Does it automatically updates when file changes? No, I just cut it right now here. But what can I do? I can use iNotify to track the changes to the file and do cut every time, which looks like an overkill. It should be, it must be simpler than that. But for some reason tail -f doesn't work on pipe as I would expect it to work. Probably it's never closes the file and redirect never happens. I mean the write to file never happens. Okay, let's try iNotify, I guess. Is it really looks that cool? Let me see. Okay, it's probably we need something under the text to make it more visible. Yeah, one of the reasons why I started to use IRC today, especially extensive is because I want to decouple my stream from YouTube as much as possible. So I rely on YouTube only for restreaming the video content itself, but the chat and all other things should be independent. And IRC, one of the easiest and probably one of the best options right now. I have a page where I will have a stream and also IRC chat. Okay, the odd zone looks down. I don't know if it because of me or not. Very sad, very sad. Okay, but let's get back to the problem. Probably we DDoSed diode zone. Or maybe something else happened to it. The thing that I don't want to do is to actually set up a PeerTube instance, because I think it will take a lot of time, and I would like to focus on other things. But maybe we will do it. I don't know. We'll see. Let's go back to our task. Probably the package called inotify tools. And here I notify watch. I notify watch options file. Read files to watch from file. Exclude, include. Timeout. Event. Modify. Okay, let's notify watch, modify TMP-log, not TMP-log, IRC chat, Tropin out, like this. Anything else that we need to specify? Oh, minus E. It should be minus E. I notify. Wait, probably. Not watch. I notify wait. Yes. I notify. Wait. Good. Testing I notify wait. Okay, what we can do here, we can make an infinite loop which watches for modify event. When it happens, we read the file, we read the pipe to the file, and iterates. Should be cool. Let's create watcher sh, which will take this and notify wait loop. Okay, I'm looking for just a syntax for while loop in Bash, because I don't really like shell scripts and prefer not to write them. But for testing purpose, I think it's okay. And every time it happens, we need to do this. Boom. And notify. I need this to make it more efficient. I don't want every time to try to read from out and bother my file system with unnecessary reads. I will just wait for a notify event, and if it happens, I will be accessing my file system. Okay. Guix-shell notify. Nice. Let's check it. Cool. It seems it works, but zone doesn't, which is sad. Actually, I already did a restreaming a year ago, and probably one of the reasons why I stopped to do so is because zone went offline a few times. Okay, we will need to solve it somehow. Maybe use another instance. Maybe talk to the zone administration, or maybe setting up our own instance. Let's see. Let's do it okay, later. Don't want to do it right now. It seems that YouTube is still works. I would like to see how log looks like. I want to see how it looks on top of something else. Yep, thank you, David, for the response. Yo, very cool, actually. We have a chat overlay done in just a few lines of shell scripts. I like it. One thing that I would add to it is await animation. But this await animation will be done in non-usual way. And oh, I see the watcher works quite well. David says that he missed the part where OBS updates the text overlay when the file changes. There's a special flag. Actually, I'm afraid to switch to OBS workspace, not to crash it again. There's a special tick, like checkbox, where it says follow the file as a chat log or something like that. So it updates it automatically, which is very cool and what we actually need. The last feature I would like to add is actually clearing this text. Yeah, that's awesome. Also, in OBS build we have in guix, we don't have integrated web browser, so I can't render any web page in it. If I could, probably it would be much easier to create an HTML version of the chat and show it and actually update it via JavaScript or something. But we don't look for easy path. I think we can add support. We can add support for web browser and to make it possible to do some fancy things with it. But for this task, I think is that file based is okay. Yeah, text based maybe even better here. Okay, fade away animation for the text. What we will do? We will do a few \n. Okay, not like this. I don't remember the flag. Okay, echo. Oh, it should be -e. Okay, it works. What? How do I quit? Whoop. Help. Okay, I just Ctrl-C it. Yeah, thank you. Okay, let's get back TMP log. Okay, let's clean up sh. Okay, what we do here? We do echo -e \n a few times and sleep like not 2 seconds, like 50 milliseconds. How to say millisecond for sleep? Oh, for seconds, minutes, days. Is it possible to use value less than seconds for sleep? Need not to be integer. Okay, I can just use fractional value, I guess. For loop bash, I need a loop. Okay, something like this will work for me. And let's check if it works. Cool, it works. Very nice. Okay. Actually, it can be just echo. Yep, good. We need 6 lines. And the event, what I would like to have, for example, if there is no message in the chat for, say, 10 seconds, then output a few new lines to chat log to make all the messages disappears from the screen. I can do again. I notify something. Wait, minus event. Which event? Modify. And tmp log. Good. The problem is here. The problem here is that if someone will do something in between, sleep 10 seconds. So if file changed during the sleep, I will clean up new messages. It's not what exactly I want, but let's try. Boom, boom, watch vterm. Okay, if access time, how to get access time? Oh, access time bash. I need to know the access time, and if it's more than 10 seconds, and go. Seed time. Okay. Okay, I will just try to find bash access time in seconds. Last. Like this. Good. Whoa, interesting. Pass to file. -r. Okay. I need to substitute one value from another. Yep. Looks good. Looks good. Now I need to check if this value is bigger than another value. Whoa. Bash compare to numbers. Okay, I guess I can do something like 600. Yes. 700. No. Cool. We're almost here. We have access time in seconds, and now we need to check if it's more than 10 seconds. If then okay, I missed. Cool. Stat is another option, I guess, and it will work more likely. But I already did it with date. Not the cleanest solution, but should work as well. Okay, now I need to type something in the chat. Checking if time, if cleanup script works. Timplog modify. Okay, it won't work because it should be 9. The reason is that we wait for exactly 10 seconds and modification time will be exactly 10 seconds, and this comparison won't work. So we need 9 seconds here, and we'll restart it. Cleanup happened. Timplog modified, 10 seconds sleep. Yep, now it works. But if someone will write something down in between, it should not clean it up. Very good. Now let's just do this. Sleep. Whoop. Looks good. We can try to make a non-stop conversation for a while, and after everyone wait, nobody will write for 10 seconds overlay will be cleaned up. You did some solfeggio, David? Let's see how it looks. It's still here. It doesn't have to be this way. Okay, we need to add some logs. Echo cleaning up chat log. Cleaning up chat log. Echo sleeping for 10 seconds. Oh, I know what happens. Actually, let's do this trick. We will figure out how to make it more optimized later. But we got kinda of deadlock here. Okay, the chat log cleaned up. Let's type something. And something else too. Okay, it cleaned up. Cool. Yeah, they come back. I think that we can call it a feature, not a bug. If nobody writes anything, the chat will disappear. And yep, when someone writes anything down, the history will be on top of it. Exactly, automatic context retention. Looks good enough for me. I think we can do better someday, but for now it should be okay. Going back to the question about the guile version of the script, to make this script a little more robust and more future-proof, we can wrap it down in Shepherd service and deploy it with RDE and guix, so it can be reused, and we won't worry if something is not installed in our environment. We will be sure that everything is present. This is the first option. The other option is to implement it in a guile. I'm almost sure that guile version will be much cleaner and easier to reason about and to understand. But bash version already works, so maybe we will pack it down. but probably tomorrow. We already spent half and 1.5 hour streaming. Did a lot of cool things. So probably we will continue tomorrow. It would be nice to have a dark contrasting background for the text. Yeah, it's actually a good idea. You probably can see that on top of the screen there is a bar which is dark, and light text on top of it looks good. But something like a picture under the text will be good to make it easier to see, especially on some text heavy applications like emacs. But I don't know how to make it disappear automatically then. It's a waybar. It's a waybar with customized CSS, so I don't have an name applet here for some reason. I wanted to show you a tray and a menu which is also customized, but for some reason it doesn't appear here. Okay, maybe next time. Let's see what we have else in our notes. We have a conclusion. I saw somewhere always be closing phrase, which means that you always have to make some conclusion from your talk, from your interaction with people. And today's conclusion won't be an actual conclusion. It may be just some plan for the future. I would like to share some findings on possible business models and ways to monetize, and to discuss them, because it's very important. Unfortunately, we can't live in current state of the world without money, and we need to find a way to make them somehow, to sustain the development, to sustain our life, to pay for rent, and so on. I think we keep work on tools for streaming and blogging, because as I said, streaming is not only interesting, but it's also important to make more connections, to make more people involved, to more people know about you, to more people which would like to interact with you and you would like to interact with. And this is why we will be improving tools for streaming and also for blogging, because blogging is something that helps to persist some information you produced, some content you produced in text form, which is also important when you want to reference to some work. You can create a blog post and reference it, or describe something inside it. I also would like to share some updates and news on RT and guix development, so more people are aware what is available, what appeared, and what cool about those projects happened during the past few hours between streams. Maybe something else will appear. Maybe we will discuss something and decide to do something else. But there are at least a few topics that we can discuss on the streams. Also, of course, I will be sharing what happens in other aspects of developing this project. Okay, That's it for today. Join our IRC channel, write emails to my email, and enjoy your day and life. See you in a bit.